All right, guys, quick question from a After Effects beginner here. Hopefully somebody can help me out. I'm not even sure if what I'm trying to do here is possible with After Effects, but I feel like it should be, and so I've come to y'all to help me out. Basically, what we've got is I participated in an oval track go-kart race the other day, and we want to do a really cool above-down graphic that follows the carts as they go around the track, so we can kind of do a NASCAR kind of tracking system. So the way I thought about doing this was we've got our go-kart on the track that's going to go around the track for say 10 to 20 laps. I can track the go-kart with Mocha, which is pretty easy, and let that run around, and now I've got a tracked point. And I also know how to set up a path. So I set up a path outside the track, and then put a point or a null or an object. Terminology is tough for me still. Again, brand new. I've got a point that I can get on that path, and then it'll animate around one loop. But what I'm curious of is, can I take a point, put it onto this path, and then in some way connect these two with either a function, if you want to think about it that way, or like the visual spatial way of thinking about it would be, let's say, maybe you want to imagine this yellow line here as a bungee cord. And as the cart goes around here, we're going to be tracking to it. And at all times, this point here on the outer perimeter is going to try and stay as close as it can, because it's getting pulled by that bungee cord, theoretical bungee cord, to our go-kart. So what I'm thinking is the cart should be able to go in and out, take the outside, dip in for the corner, and this point, I'm hoping, will follow it around the outside edge. If I can make that work, then all that's left is just putting a beam or some kind of dynamic stretching line between the center point that's tracked to the go-kart and this point here. Last thing I'll mention, but it's very simple, is then at this point we're going to attach a little graphic. So basically we'll have tracked cart, graphic assigned to this path so it can only stay on this dotted line as it goes around, and then ideally is kept as close to this tracked point as it can while respecting its boundaries. So I come from kind of a programming background and worked a lot in SolidWorks, and so this is the kind of relations stuff that we would do frequently, but I don't know how that works in After Effects. So I'll give you guys one more look. Here's my key. So that's my tracked object is the go-kart. There's our circle track, defined path for the graphic to follow. This is our little graphic. This is my tracker. I'm using Mocha, not emission Mocha, and the beam connecting the two. So ideally, final goal is go-kart goes around the track, and just outside of it follows our little graphic with a line in between. That way I can show who's in which cart. That's all. Thanks, guys.